we're in business.
Specifically just to play it for him and just to show him, like, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care that you have tattoos. I don't care that you have a gap between your teeth. Like, I love you for who you are. And I felt like he seemed like a very quick-witted person, and I knew that
he's funny.
It's like this little, like, glittery cloud floats in front of your face, and you grab it at the right time.
I wanted that sort of charming, quick cleverness and the charisma to be why we love the character, because there's a lot of complexity to that character.
Okay, Swifties, buckle up, because this is big, like a seismic shift in the pop culture landscape. Big. Taylor Swift, the queen of cryptic messages and carefully curated public appearances, has just dropped a bombshell that nobody saw coming in a brand new interview. She's gone and done the unthinkable. She's declared Travis Kelce her soulmate. Yes, you read that right, soulmate, the word that sends shivers down your spine and makes you believe in fairy tales. And she's using it to describe Travis Kelce, the football superstar who's been charming the world alongside her. I mean, we all knew things were getting serious, right? The stadium appearances, the matching outfits, the way they look at each other like they're the only two people in the room, it's been giving major couple goals vibes, but soulmate that takes things to a whole new level. This interview promises to be a tell-all, a deep dive into the whirlwind romance that has captivated us all. Taylor is notoriously private when it comes to her relationships, so the fact that she's opening up like this is a huge deal. We're talking secret dates, inside jokes, the little moments that make their connection so special. She's reportedly spilling all the tea. Get ready to swoon, to gasp, and maybe even shed a few happy tears, because this is the Taylor Swift love story we've been waiting for, and it sounds like it's straight out of a dream. But before we get into it, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to never miss out on any new videos. It's free and helps us tremendously to bring out new content for your enjoyment. And it's not just Taylor praising him. Can you believe Travis Kelce is still buzzing about Taylor Swift's AAS tour? He's totally fanboying. Like, seriously, the guy is head over heels after Taylor finished her epic, almost 2-year-long stadium tour in Vancouver, which, by the way, completely smashed records. Travis was practically bursting with pride for his superstar girlfriend. He couldn't wait to gush about it on his podcast New Heights, which he does with his brother Jason Kelce. Travis was like, dude, major shout out to Tay, that insane era tour is finally over. You could practically hear the relief in his voice, like he was worried she might just keep going forever. He was clearly in awe of the whole thing. Jason, being a good brother, asked him how many shows Taylor actually did, and Travis was like, a ton, like a freaking ton of shows. He couldn't even come up with the exact number. At first he was so blown away. Then he kind of stumbled over the stats, saying it's insane, absolutely bonkers. Think about it, over 10 million people saw her perform live during the tour, all added up. That's just mind-boggling. You can practically picture him shaking his head in disbelief. It's pretty adorable how impressed he is. He's like any other boyfriend, bragging about his incredibly talented girlfriend, except his girlfriend happens to be, Taylor Swift, and she just finished a world tour that practically broke the internet several times over. So yeah, he has a right to be a little excited. It sounds like he's ready to give her a huge hug and maybe a well-deserved foot rub. After all that, Jason, clearly blown away by the sheer scale of the tour, chimed in with his own shout-out to Tay. He was just as impressed by the numbers as Travis. Imagined putting on a nearly 3-hour show night after night for months on end. Crazy, right? But Travis, being the thoughtful guy he is, didn't just praise Taylor, he made sure to give props to everyone involved in making the Iris tour such a massive success. Seriously, shout out to the whole crew, he said. The dancers, the tech people, everyone behind the scenes. I mean, yeah, it's Taylor's music and her tour, but that was a full-on production, man. It wasn't just her up there, it took a whole army of talented people to make it the best tour in the world. Of course, he couldn't resist giving Taylor one last bit of praise, adding with a grin, but mostly because of Taylor, it's that classic boyfriend move, acknowledging everyone else's hard work while still making sure his girlfriend gets the extra special recognition she deserves. He's clearly smitten, even though the last time Travis caught the Eyes tour Magic Live was in Indianapolis last month. He's practically a tour veteran at this point. He went over a dozen shows throughout its run, following Taylor all over the globe from Buenos Aires to Singapore. Talk about dedication. It's clear the Eyes tour played a pretty big role in their budding romance. Remember how Travis first tried to shoot his shot with Taylor way back in July 2023, when she played at Arrowhead Stadium. He even made her a friendship bracelet with his phone number on it. Smooth move, right? Well, not quite. Taylor initially shut him down, poor guy. He later spilled the beans about the whole awkward encounter on his podcast, which ironically is what actually caught Taylor's attention a few months after they went public with their relationship. Taylor talked about it in an interview with Time magazine. She said the whole thing started when Travis adorably put me on blast on his podcast, which by the way I thought was totally badass. She used the word metal, which is even funnier. So basically Travis accidentally flirting with Taylor on his podcast, while initially unsuccessful, ended up being the key to winning her over. It's pretty funny how things worked out. It just goes to show that sometimes a little public embarrassment can lead to true love. Who knew? Since that initial podcast confession, Taylor and Travis's relationship has become a major part of the Iris tour story. He even joined her on stage in June as a backup dancer during the 1975 tour. Can you imagine an NFL star shaking his groove thing alongside Taylor Swift? It was a total surprise for the fans and instantly became a viral moment. Travis later revealed on his podcast that it was actually his idea. He said she found the perfect spot in the show for him to pop in. It was such a fun, playful part, and I had a blast. He didn't seem embarrassed at all. He was genuinely excited about the whole
And
thing.
magical. But
Taylor
what's next for
clearly
these
loved it
two
too.
lovebirds?
She posted
Will
about it on
Taylor's next
Instagram,
album
gushing,
feature songs
"I'm
about
still laughing
Travis?
and
Could there
swooning
be
over a
wedding
Taylor
bells in the
Travis Eric
future?
tour
Or
debut."
is this just the beginning of
obvious
an
they're
even
both
greater
totally smitten
adventure?
with each
Drop
other,
your thoughts
and
in
they're
the
not
comments
afraid to
below.
show it.
If you enjoyed this
Their
video,
playful
hit that
dynamic
subscribe
has become
button
a fan
and turn
favorite
on
part of the
notifications.
whole AYS tour experience, and fans love their chemistry. One fan wrote, "No, but my Roman Empire will always be Taylor," saying, "Will you allow me the honor of starting over in Kansas City at Arrowhead with Travis Kelce in the audience, ready to take his chance with her?" It was on that night that the prophecy was changed. Believe it or not, Travis Kelce was a Taylor Swift fan long before. Their relationship became a pop culture phenomenon, and we were before Taylor's appearance at the Chiefs game on September 24, 2023, which, let's be honest, was iconic. His crush on Taylor was actually revealed by one of his teammates in a TikTok video posted by the Chiefs back in August 2023. Looking back, we now know they were already secretly dating at the time, which makes the video even funnier. In the video they're asking players who their celebrity crush is before Travis could even answer. Wide receiver Marquez Valdez-Scantling blurts out Taylor Swift busted. Travis just smiles at the camera, puts his finger to his lip like he's trying to keep a secret, and says, "Alright, now it's adorable." He's clearly a little flustered, but you can see he's also kind of enjoying the attention. And get this, Travis wasn't just some random fan who suddenly became obsessed with Taylor. He was actually spotted at her Era tour before they started dating. He was just one of many celebs in the crowd, enjoying the show like everyone else. It's kind of a fairy tale, isn't it? A football star goes to a concert, falls for the singer, and they end up living happily ever after, or at least happily for now. We're all rooting for them, and let's be real, Travis Kelce isn't exactly Taylor Swift's typical type. Sure, he's got that dreamy look in his eyes, especially when he sees her on the Jumbotron at his games, but he's a bit of an outlier when you consider her dating history. Taylor usually goes for creative types, actors like Joe Alwyn, Jake Gyllenhaal, Taylor Lautner, and Tom Heston are musicians like Calvin Harris, John Mayer, Harry Styles, and more recently Maddie Healy of artistic brooding energy. Their Travis, on the other hand, is a fun-loving, slightly goofy athlete. He's a football star with a huge multi-million-dollar contract, which is a very different world from songwriting and acting. So yeah, he's a bit of a departure for her, but maybe that's exactly what makes their relationship so interesting after her super private 6-year relationship with Joe Alwyn ended. Maybe Taylor was ready for something different. Maybe she needed someone a little less serious, a little more lighthearted. Travis seems to bring a refreshing energy to her life, and honestly, it's kind of adorable to watch. It's like she's breaking her own dating mold, and it seems to be working for her. So what do you think? Comment down below and let us know if you like this video. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week, where I uncover the secrets of